So guys, what we have here is question 9, okay? A calculator costs €104 in the United States and $157.50 in Canada. If €1 is the same thing as €1.30 and €1 is the same thing as $1.30, okay? And $1.30, and we also know that €1 is the same thing as what, Paul? $2.10 Canadian. Now, here's what we're going to do, guys. Okay? In America, we have $104. Is it $104 going to be a smaller number or a bigger number when converted to euro? Smaller. So we have a choice. Okay? We either you have two choices, okay? What you guys told me earlier was that that you can either multiply by 1.3 or divide by 1.3. Now if you got 104 and if you multiply by 1.3, you're going to get a number that's bigger than your $104. You were expecting a number that's smaller, so you have to go back, and instead of doing that, you're going to divide by 1.3, and what you get is, what you get, guys? You get €80. So this costs €80, changes into $104 US. Everybody happy with that? So in the Canadian one, costs $157.50. Is everybody happy with that? So $157.50. Are we expecting that to be a bigger number or a smaller number when we convert it into Irish?
It's going to be smaller.
Smaller, because €2.10 is bigger than 1. So we're going to divide by 2.10. So 157.5 divided by 210, and what do we get? Anybody tell me? Divide by 210 and we get? €75, okay? So, €75. So that's that question done. What about the next one? Number 10, with the South African money. Parts for a machine cost €750. The same part costs 1,650 R, where R is the South African currency. Okay. Now €1 is the same as 2.4. So if we convert the South African money into euro, are we expecting a bigger number or a smaller number? Smaller. So we divide by 2.4, not multiply by 2.4. And what do we get? 1650 divided by 2.4? Anybody tell me? Nobody in class can tell me that? 687.5. Now this 687.5, is that cheaper or more expensive than the German? Cheaper or more expensive? 687.5. Cheaper. In which country is it cheaper? It's cheaper in South Africa. How much is it cheaper by? Anybody tell me? How much is it cheaper by? 750 take away. What's it take away? 687.5. And you're right, €62.50. Cheaper by €62.50. Okie dokes. Last one. This more South African money. It's called Rand, South African Rand. Didn't know that. Now the South African Rand, guys. Tourists change €800 on board a ship into South African Rand at the rate of €1 is 2.4. How much Rand did she receive? So €800 Is it going to be a bigger number or a smaller number when it gets turned into rand?
Bigger.
So you multiply it by,
3.4.
and what you get?
1,907.
1,920. Okay. It's part 1. Part 2. When she came ashore, she found that the rate was 2.58. How much did she lose in not changing her money ashore? So if we have €800 and we change it to rand, but we don't use 2.4, we use 2.48. What's it then when we multiply it out? So 800 multiplied by, anybody? 2.48.
64.
1,984. Now we only got 1,920. We could have got 1,984. So how much rand did we lose?
64.
64 rand. Now she might want the answer in euro. 64 rand is how much euro? Is it a smaller number or a bigger number?
Bigger.
Bigger. So we divide it by, we can divide it by either number. I think we can keep the answer as 64 rand, to be honest. Okay, because we don't know, if we're converting it back, we don't know which number to use. Yeah.
€26.
Which one did you divide it by?
I did 64 divided by 2.4.
You did divide. If you divide by 2.4, if you get the old rate, that is, you might not get the old rate. Divided by 2.4, it's the same thing roughly as, I think 64 rand would be perfect, but what do you say, €26.26? Okay, €26.26. So we lost roughly €26.67. Okay, so